Being a celebrity comes with dealing with all kinds of fans, from sweet ones to unnecessarily rude ones. Here are all the times that Korean actors had to deal with rude fans. Nam Joo-hyuk. Nam Joo-hyuk dealt with quite the situation when he was in the Philippines in 2018 because of a joint fan meeting with Sandra Park for Pen Shop. The event became quite controversial as many of his fans didn't respect his personal space. Clips from the event went viral as it showed that the fans completely misused their opportunity to meet with Joo-hyuk. They started touching and hugging him and even pulling him, catching him off guard. The security on stage tried to pull him away from the fans, but they clung on to him, making him uncomfortable. Despite everything, Joo-hyuk still took pictures with them. In fact, things got so bad that Joo-hyuk was left with marks and scratches from where the fangirls had grabbed his arm. Both Korean and international fans were angry at the way the fangirls behaved in the fan meet. Hyunbin and Yejin. After shocking everyone with their wedding, Hyunbin and Yejin flew to Los Angeles for their honeymoon. But things didn't go as well as they hoped. The couple was photographed departing Incheon International Airport for Los Angeles, but when they arrived at LAX, they were met with a large crowd of fans who had gathered at the airport to meet them and congratulate them on their wedding. Some fans were respectful and greeted the couple with smiles, and Hyunbin and Yejin were grateful to the ones who prepared gifts for them and congratulated them. However, some fans crossed boundaries as they started getting too close to them and taking videos with the two without their consent. Netizens criticized the behavior of fans as people were seen hovering too close to them and getting close-up shots without their permission. A fan was seen approaching the couple to speak to them while Hyunbin and Yejin were trying to contact their vehicle, and Hyunbin had to politely tell the fans that they needed some space. Park Bo-gum. Bo-gum is another actor who's known for his positive demeanor. Well, that is until you cross the line. When Bo-gum flew to Cebu with his co-stars and crew from KBS's hit drama Moonlight Drawn by Clouds as a reward for how well the drama did, a fan got really close. When the crew arrived there, Bo-gum had to curl up his body at the airport to get away from overly enthusiastic fans who started putting their hands on him and touching him. Bo-gum is usually seen smiling, but if you look at the photos from that day, you can tell the clear discomfort on his face from the fans who crossed boundaries. Pictures went viral on social media, and netizens criticized the fan, saying, "He must have been really uncomfortable with those groping hands, considering his mild personality. I don't know what makes fans think that they have the right to touch others without their consent just because they're a celebrity. They're still human and don't want to be touched and mobbed by literal strangers." Kim Se-jong. Throughout her career, Se-jong has dealt with a lot of mean, unnecessary comments about herself. Since she was a Produce 101 contestant and an idol before transitioning to acting, people had a lot to say about her, and most of it wasn't nice. For example, when IOI appeared on Knowing Bros, Se-jong got crucified for organizing a prank on her bandmates, as she was called two-faced and mean for a simple prank. This didn't stop when she became an actress either, as people started writing downright awful comments when she went live. On March 19th, she went live, and people were shocked to see that Se-jong, who's known for her bubbly and cute personality, gave the haters the cold shoulder. The comments were filled with hate, so Se-jong decided to address them all. She said, "I usually feel much more comfortable turning on a Fanship V-Live fan club paid broadcast, but since there were many people who became fans late, I just turned on the V-Live app free on purpose. But a lot of upsetting words were coming up today. It's a space where everyone is able to be together, so it'll be much better if you only say things that are pretty and that everyone can laugh at." She received a lot of praise for how she dealt with the negativity and how mature she was about it, though it must have been hard for her to deal with everything. IU. Just like Se-jong, being an idol has made IU deal with all kinds of fans. In fact, there was an instance where she could have potentially been hurt by the reckless actions of her fans. At one of her concerts, IU told fans that she was a bit thirsty during the intermission and asked someone in the front row to pass her a water bottle. But instead of just handing her a bottle, a fan threw a water bottle at her face with full force and it hit her above the eye. She still reassured the fans and said that it was okay, but it really wasn't. The fan probably didn't mean to throw it with that much force and probably just wanted to get IU's attention, but it resulted in IU getting hurt. This is why the audience is always told not to throw things on stage, since it can be potentially harmful and also very rude to the artist. Lee Jong-suk. Lee Jong-suk had to deal with quite an uncomfortable situation at the airport, but instead of others being enraged at how he was treated, he was the one who was bashed for his alleged rude behavior. In 2014, he was leaving Korea to attend Hugo Boss flagship store opening event in Hong Kong as the Korean representative. But as he was at the airport, a fan grabbed his arm to get his attention so she could give him a present. Jong-suk's manager came between the two, and Jong-suk was so taken aback by the situation that he jerked his arm free and walked off. However, the netizens didn't criticize the fan for just grabbing him like that, like she had any right to do so. Jong-suk was the one who received backlash and was accused of star disease. A netizen said, "Not only did he turn his head away from a fan, but he freaked freaked out at her extending her arm towards him and shoved it aside. Did he have to do that to a fan who waited for him since the morning? Another wrote, "Is it really that hard to smile and thank one fan who waited? What makes him think he's so special? The video is seriously no joke. He looks so tired of her and shoved her aside." It's insane to me that his privacy was invaded just like that and that he was touched without his consent, yet he was the one being blamed for it. Makes no sense. Lee Dong-wook. Lee Dong-wook has dealt with rude fans throughout his career, but he has also put them back in their place. In 2017, he was in Taipei for a fan meeting with his Taiwanese fans. During the stage, he brought a fan up on stage through the lottery. When the fan got the chance to talk to him, she asked him, "Do you remember me?" Seeing as how Dong-wook meets thousands and thousands of fans, it's only natural that he can't remember every single one of them. He told her that he doesn't recall meeting her, an answer which got the fan angry, saying, "You said last time to meet again." Thankfully, Dong-wook isn't one to stay and deal with things like this, so he told the fan, "You've already been on stage and you've seen me often, so do you want to go down?" Thankfully, this was enough for the fan to realize how rude she had been, so all she could do was laugh in response. Dong-wook then apologized, saying, "I'm sorry, I don't remember you." This made the fan apologize to him, so he replied, "It's okay. I'm sorry that I don't remember you, but I think it'd be good if you don't get angry on stage. Other fans are watching." Overall, the situation was handled very well, and people found it both funny and shocking. Taekyun. Taekyun has always been famous, but his fame really skyrocketed when he played Jang Do-nu in Vincenzo. This means that he also got more fans, and some of those fans really don't know their boundaries. When Taekyun appeared on Knowing Bros last year, he said that a group of fans barged into his hotel room in Singapore when he was asleep. He had been sharing a room with fellow member Chansung when the door to their hotel room suddenly unlocked and he heard a group of women giggling. The experience was so terrifying to him, as he explained. "So I thought to myself, did they enter the wrong room by accident? What is this? What's going on?" My heart was pounding in my ears. What was worse is that both Taekyun and Chansung were sleeping with no clothes on. The girls then started making their way further into the room, so Taekyun spoke to them in English, assuming that they didn't understand Korean. The girls took him by surprise when they swore back, so Chansung started shouting at them until they left. Both didn't know how the commotion even happened, so they assumed that the girls had stolen a key card. Jung Ho-yeon. Now, Ho-yeon didn't exactly deal with a rude fan in this situation, but it was still an uncomfortable situation caused by a rude question. She won the Best Female Actor in a Drama Series award at the 2022 SAG Awards, and she was bashed at the event because of an ignorant question. At an interview session after the awards took place, a reporter asked her, "Now that you're SAG winners, what are you going to miss the most about being anonymous?" The translator made the question slightly less rude by changing it to, "Now that you have won SAG awards, what would you miss from the time where you were less famous in America?" Ho-yeon, however, wasn't fazed at all by the question and gave the best answer by saying nothing. The audacity of American interviewers assuming that foreign celebrities aren't famous just because they're not famous in the West is really weird. Ho-yeon handled the situation perfectly, but I'm hoping she doesn't have to deal with these kinds of questions in the future. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye!